That's better. You asked for it. I'm gonna make it. It's Freak against GT. Let's go! What is up, guys? My name is James, this is BootWizard Boot Reviews, and today it is a boot battle, a requested boot battle by you lovely people. You've been asking for the Predator Freak.1, we're doing the 0.1 Low, to go up against the Phantom GT. We're doing the Phantom GT Low. No collars here on BootWizard. So, a boot battle, we put two boots head to head over our standard review categories. I score them as if it's a boxing match, 10 points to the winner of the round, 9 points to the loser, and whoever has the most points at the end of the boot battle on my scorecard wins and is the better boot. Officially, no questions asked. It's not really true, is it? But either way, you'll probably disagree with me. Score along, let me know who your winner is down in the comments, and let's just get on with it, shall we? Like the video, get subscribed. If you can help us out, head to patreon.com/bootwizard. It is appreciated. Freak versus GT. I can already tell that this is going to be a tough one because usually when I do boot battles, I try and take two boots that are incredibly similar and put them head to head, maybe two knit speed boots or something like that. Here, there's a lot of differences between these two boots purely because of things like Adidas going with the demon skin. So see how this goes. A soft, natural, free sensation with a little bit of assistance versus soft and going to get in there and be present wherever it possibly can be when we're talking about the Demon Skin 2.0. And when it comes down to it, in terms of the upper, the touch on the ball, without taking other factors into account, which we're going to get into in other rounds, then I think it is simply a case of dealer's choice. Do you want the demon skin or do you just want the generative texture? If you want the most impressive or the most effective kind of spin rubber element on the ball, then pick up the Predator, the Freak, for sure. If you want something that's a little bit closer to your foot, something that's a little bit more natural, then pick up the GT. But because they are so different in what they offer, and it really is a case of pick the one that you like most, I'm gonna go with a 10-all draw in this upper round. And if you're asking me which upper I like most, if I'm gonna go out and hit some free kicks and just have a bit of fun, probably the Predator. If I wanna go into a game, probably the GT. Personally, I prefer the GT sole plate a little bit more here because the studs, just where they're positioned, where they've kind of shifted everything up, just lets me feel that little bit more ready, that little bit more on my toes, and I do like the chevron blades giving you that kind of aggressive side-to-side motion. It's just a little bit more aggressive in the stud positioning, and then to go with the boot, I do like the flexibility. Although, nothing wrong with the Predator, it is just not quite as aggressive in its stud pattern or stud shape, but you definitely get that more stable midfoot and heel. Again, personal preference. My personal preference here is absolutely going to be the GT. However, it's hard to criticize what the Predator has got on offer here. Scoring, points. There must be points, there's always points, it's a boot battle. I'm gonna give it to the GT. I'm gonna edge it to the GT in this particular area. Yeah. Might change my mind later. 10-9 to the GT. It offers more. But if you want the stiffer sole plate, get the Pred. Okay, let's take a look at the weight. As I said, they're both in the control boot category. We're not really looking for 160 gram boots here. They don't need to be, but let's see what the weight difference is. The Predator Freak.1 Low coming in at 223 grams. This is in my size US 8, which is a UK 7.5. So take that off and put the Phantom GT on. This one, again, US 8, but UK 7 because Adidas and Nike sizing is weird. weird. This comes in at 194 grams. So the GT is significantly lighter than the Freak.1. Does that mean the GT gets the win? Well, if you're looking for the lightest possible boot, absolutely, but I actually quite like that the Predator holds a little bit of extra weight. It kind of suits the boot, the style of boot, and what they're going for here, whereas I feel like the lighter style, that more free, nimble feeling from the GT, deserves the lighter weight. I feel like both boots are weighted very well for what they're attempting to do, and I don't want to take points off the Predator for being that bit heavier when it's good for the boot. Not every single boot needs to be the lightest thing that was ever created. So it's going to be a 10-all draw. And if lightweight boots are really important to you, then pick up the GT. Hi, Hamilton. This is Hamilton. Dude, I'm in the middle of something here. Can I help you? Cats, man. Cats. Value for money and Nike versus Adidas, 0.1 versus Elite. This is usually fairly straightforward, to be honest. So this being the low-cut version of the Phantom GT, this comes in at 250 euros. This being the low-cut version of the Predator, the 0.1, not the plus level model, this comes in at 220 euros or 180 pounds. If you can get it at 180 pounds, it's cheaper than 220 euros. I don't know why that's the case, but buy it from a site that sells in pounds. You can do that by clicking the link down in the top comment. You can pick this up by clicking the link down in the top comment as well, and you'll actually save some money buying these ones in pounds on the 0.1. I don't know, you just do. I'm saving you money. Don't argue with it. But because this is significantly cheaper, like even if you bought them both in euros, this is still going to be 30 euros cheaper than the GT. So, and you're getting a really high-end boot. So value for money isn't all about cheapest boot wins. It's about most boot for your money wins. But in both cases, you're getting really high-end boots. They're both top-end football boots. So honestly, like obviously the most important thing really is to pick the one that suits your characteristics. Go through the sections I've laid out, pick the sections that are most important to you, and go with the one that appeals to you. But if budget is really crucial to you, then the Freak is simply cheaper and it still offers a high-end football boot experience. So it has to be a 10-9 win to the Freak, and there's no questions asked there, really. 10-9. Fit and comfort. This is where we get interesting things happening because both these boots have some serious fit and comfort problems. Well, yeah, let's say that. We'll start with the Predator because I've said it 100 times and it's practically ingrained in my brain at this point. This boot is too tight through the midfoot, it's too wide through the forefoot. I don't like the tightness through the midfoot. There is way too much room in the toe box of this boot, like just a silly amount of room. I don't like it one bit. I think the fit is off. I said it about the last generation. I will continue to say it about this generation, and it's such a shame because this is potentially a fantastic boot, particularly in this new variation with the softer upper and the Demon Skin 2.0. It's actually annoying me now because it's actually a good football boot, but the fit is just ruining the whole thing for me. The heel is actually better in this variation as well. I don't know why, it just is. But yeah, it has a serious fit problem, which affects the fit, it affects the comfort, and it puts me off wearing the boot. I do not go to this as often as I would like, simply because the fit is dodgy. And I'm annoyed about it. The GT has a fit issue, but not so much a comfort issue. So the fit problem here is that you get excess material on the instep of the boot. Because this is a boot that's really good for people with wide feet, there is a lot of material here. If you have a wide foot, you want to try a Nike boot, you should definitely pick this up. there's just too much material in here. It bunches up when it's on your foot and it is basically a bit irritating. Thankfully, I have been a person that hasn't had too many problems, but some of the images of some people's foot types, the way they fit in here, if you don't fill out the volume of this boot, you've got some real problems with just bunching on the instep, which doesn't get hugely in the way, but it's definitely a shape problem. It's a problem with the last overall for this boot that really should have been rectified, which is a bit disappointing. However, even though the shape is a bit, the shape is a bit off and therefore the fit is a bit off here, you could even go down half a size here. It's been my advice for most people is to try going down half a size. The boot runs about 2/3 of a size long, plus that extra material problem, the extra width. Down half a size is a good shout for a lot of people. This is still a really, really comfortable football boot. I've said it before, it's kind of free and natural and comfortable. And if we're comparing the two in comfort terms, there's absolutely only one winner. The GT is a more comfortable football boot. And in fit terms, they're both a bit dodgy, so nobody gets to win fit. Of the two, again, if you want my personal opinion, which one would I wear? I would go for the GT because I haven't had any heel issues and the extra material is minimal, whereas I have more problems with that tension through the midfoot here and just so much room in the toe box. But yeah, if I had to choose, I go for the GT. But objectively, which is kind of what we try to do here with the boot battle, 9-all, and I'm not going to pick a winner here. They've both got problems. And we come to the end of another boot battle where I have failed to give you a winner. It's a draw. It's quite simply a draw. There is no separating these two using my points scoring system, which I designed to be able to separate boots when there was no other way of making decisions. So I'm really sorry. But again, my personal preference, GT. However, if they fix the fit problem with the Predator, I could be tempted to go there, but this is the boot I would reach for and play in every time, basically. If you do want to cop either of them, then do hit the links down in the top comments. Remember to like this video, get subscribed to my channel, and head over to patreon.com/BootWizard if you do want to help us out. If you have any other questions about these two boots, or you just want to shout at me for having yet another boot battle draw, then please do so down in the comments. That's all from me here today. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon.